So today we're going to be working on getting our Lotus pose, as well as working on the outer hip, the outer glutes. We want to really open into the joints, to the ligaments, to the fascia. Don't feel pain. Yoga is not about feeling pain, it's about being uncomfortably comfortable. Even though we're holding a position, we're moving to find those little spots where we need the most amount of work. Grab the foot strong, and I want you to lower down the knee, keeping your chest tall. If you have practiced yoga for a long time, you already know that it's not about a specific pose, but it's so many directions that you can explore with your body, and that's what it is all about. You might get it today, you might not get it today, you may get it in a week or two. Don't overstretch it, don't overdo it. Rome wasn't built in one day. It's about the process, it's never about the end result. Yoga gives us the opportunity to actually watch that and not correct that, but accept it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another practice. So today we're going to be working on getting our Lotus pose. If you already have a Lotus, you're going to be just working on getting deeper into your Lotus, as well as working on the outer hip, the outer glutes, which are the muscles that needs to be stretched the most for getting into this position, which is not that hard really. As long as you put in the time and you work on those areas, I'm sure that you're gonna get the Lotus pose. So you don't need to be on Lotus to begin. I'm just demonstrating that. We're gonna begin in a squat position. You can actually keep the block. Let's put it on the middle height to sit down comfortably. Bring your hands to prayer. Open through the knees to work a little bit on the inner hips, even though we don't need that much for the Lotus, we need more on the outer hip, but just to warm up a little bit on the hips. Take a deep inhale, close your eyes, set your intention for this practice. Begin focusing your attention on your breathing. Deep inhalations through the nose, and deep exhalations through the nose. Slowly open your eyes. You can remove the block. Sit lower into your squat. If you don't have a squat yet and you need the block, or you can put something beneath your heels to elevate yourself, that's totally fine. That's fine. A little bit of movement, keep moving side to side. Working in no particular order, just feel your body and feel where you feel tightness and what feels good. If you want to stay in one position, stay there. Move around. Now, bring your hands back. When I work in some internal rotations, open a little bit more your squat and bring the right knee forward and the left knee forward. One more time the right. One more time the left. Always moving with your breath. One more time. Right here. Come back into your squat. Now let's go to the outside with the right. Bring it back. Try to keep this leg pushing away at the same time that you're going here. Then going towards the left. Keep pushing the right knee to the outside. And go back one more time on its side. Go to the outside. Then go to the other side. Now from here, you're gonna stay here and you're going to move the leg so you create a 90-degree angle and find your pigeon pose. If you need a block, to put it right here to make the pose a little bit more accessible to you, that's totally fine. We're gonna go forward and back like good mornings in pigeon pose. You can use your hands right here to create balance and go forward, keeping your back flat, really focusing on the outer hip. Make sure your hips are square. Go forward, take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can add a little bit of roundiness when you go up. inhale, exhale. One more, inhale. You can also do it here if you want to add a little extra challenge. Exhale and hold it. Your hands forward, move side to side. Really feeling it on the hip. If you feel any pain on the knee, please back off. Also flex your foot so that protects the knee. If this is too intense, you can always move it a little bit backwards. It doesn't have to be 90 degrees per se. As long as you feel it right now on the outer left hip, that's totally fine. Keep moving around. We're not doing static stretches just yet. We want to really open into the joints, to the ligaments, to the fascia. Slowly come back up. Now we're gonna rotate towards the other side. Bring the right knee 45-degree angle. Extend the left leg back. Find your pigeon pose. In whichever position you are, you can place a pillow, something to elevate yourself. Don't feel pain. Yoga is not about feeling pain. It's about being, as I said, uncomfortably comfortable. Move around, find your pigeon pose. Take a deep inhale, exhale, go forward. You can do it with your hands here. You can do it with your hands here. Exhale, go forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You're always going to find one side tighter than the other one. For me, it's actually the right leg. Like I feel way more stretch. One more on the right and then on the left. Now set it down. You can be on forearms, you can stay on your hands if the forearms is too intense. Move side to side. Keep creating length. Maybe use your toes to walk yourself back. Keep moving around. Pause for a second. Close your eyes. Feel the new awareness that you have created in your body. Slowly come up. You're gonna stay on this pigeon pose. Bring your calf closer to you, so it's not a 90-degree angle, but more like a 45 or even more. Once you get here, square your hips one more time. Now move the left leg around for the double pigeon. So the left leg is on top of the right leg. Find your spot by moving your left foot around so both knees are stacked. It's a pretty intense pose if you have never done outer hip work. So find your spot. You can be a little bit forward. Again, find where you feel the stretch, but don't be completely uncomfortable. From here, take a deep inhale. We're gonna do the same going forward and backwards. So go forward, go back, forward. When you go forward, you exhale. When you go up, you inhale. Now we're gonna go towards the right, twisting a little bit, and then go up. Now go towards the left, go up, or towards the right, go up, inhale towards the left. Now hold it here, find a little twist, feel it more on the left outer glute, on the hip, create extension through your body. Find what works, what feels good for you in this moment. Then we're gonna switch to the other side. You can just uncross the leg, but I'm gonna do the fancy way that Dylan Werner called it. So stand up, move it around, and switch sides. Now we have the right leg on top of the left one. Find your spot. The closer you bring the back, more back you put your feet, the more intense this stretch is going to be. Now from here, inhale and exhale, fall forward. Now inhale, go forward. Inhale, go forward. Inhale, go towards the right, little twist. Inhale, go towards the left. Inhale, go towards the right. Inhale, go towards the left, hold it here. Inhale, right. Now push the leg that is on top, which is your right, with your elbow to create a little bit more length. At the same time, you're lifting your chest high. At the same time, you're folding forward, folding, folding, folding. Add little movement. Here we're basically, even though we're holding a position, we're moving to find those little spots where we need the most amount of work. If you find a spot that is way too tight, then it's when you can stay there and let it loosen. Again, don't go too deep, too fast. You're gonna send pain signals to your body and to your brain, and your brain is gonna send pain signals to your body, and your body is going to contract instead of relaxing. Now, with the right one, so go a little bit to the right to counterbalance that. Now sit up nice and tall. We're gonna begin with the left, bringing it again closer to you, just preparing for a lotus pose. The other one can be cross-legged, extended, whichever you like. Do like little pulses towards your chest. Stand tall. Now bring it back. The other one, right leg, little pulses. Now keep the right leg where it is. Bring it as close to your the little hole that you have between your quadriceps and your hip. Put your heel there, and the higher that you get your leg, the easier it's going to be to get the lotus pose. So get it as close as possible. Suck your belly in to create a space. Then extend a little bit the left leg. Now from here, grab the foot strong, and I want you to lower down the knee, keeping your chest tall for 5, lower down for 4, get it up, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down, keep it there. Now bring it closer to your abdomen, closer and closer and closer and closer. Invert the foot as much as you possibly can, so the sole of your foot is facing up. Now grab the other foot and the other leg completely, bring it up. If you are here and you cannot get it, try to hover and pivot the leg, the foot around. But if you already feel open, you can get here. But let's try it in the easier version. Get it here, here, move around. Now grab the foot, the left foot, bring it closer and closer to you, and that's basically your lotus. So you might get it today, you might not get it today, you may get it in a week or 2. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna hold this one, or you might already have a lotus and you wanna actually get deeper into your lotus. If you are on that level, I will stay here and work on sending back and standing up. Now go forward, always moving with your breath, going back. Now go forward. If you're not here and you're just trying to get the lotus, that's totally fine. Take your time to get into the position. Maybe even at the end of this practice, do a little more pigeon poses or something, but don't overstretch it, don't overdo it. Rome wasn't built in one day, so be patient. It's about the process, it's never about the end result. Now go up, go back to center. Now let's go to the other side. So release the lotus. Now begin with your left foot. Bring it closer towards you. Get it as close to your abdomen as possible. Invert the foot as much as possible. Lower the knee for 3, up, down, for 2, up, and down, for 1. Now bring it closer and closer and closer. Make sure you're not feeling any pain on your knee. Now let's go for this one. Bring it up, find a little bit of movement, and get it right here. If you're an advanced yogi, whatever that means, or if you're a beginner, both, you're gonna find that it feels really weird on one side. It always feels, Lotus feels really, really weird, and we tend to actually do Lotus, at least in my personal opinion, experience, I do Lotus a lot on only one side, and that can create really imbalances. So make sure you're always working on both sides. So find your Lotus here. If you wanna do the other drill, work on that. If you haven't gotten to this position, be patient with it. Let's go back. Take a deep inhale, move with your breath, exhale, go forward. Inhale, go back. Inhale, go up, and exhale, go forward. Inhale, and exhale, go back. You want to add a little more, lift your hips a little bit, move around. If you have practiced yoga for a long time, you already know that it's not about a specific pose, but it's so many directions that you can explore with your body, and that's what it is all about. If you are still working on getting the Lotus, don't worry about it, take your time. Go back to center. If you are in Lotus, you're gonna lift it up, hug it over you, try to find some balance. Inhale, lift your chest, get it closer to you. This is more of a balance position than a flexibility position, but let's just throw that in there. Then lower it down. We're gonna go for a little bit of a strength work by trying to lift ourselves up the mat with Lotus. You can use some blocks. It's gonna be way, way easier, or you can be on your fingertips. It's gonna be harder on your fingertips, but it's gonna be easier because you have more leverage. I'm gonna do it on my hands. Go up and hold it for 5, 4. When you're up, use your toes to get a deeper Lotus. 2, 1, you can go into visit Lotus if you want to, and then coming back down and release. Do like a little butterfly to counterbalance that pose. Working a little bit more now on the R hip. Now let's do the other side, which is this one. Goes here. Left foot first, right foot after that. Once you're here, use one more time your toes, like flex your feet to actually get closer into that Lotus. And from here, lift it up, hold it 5, 4, 3, keep that core engaged, keep pressing through the shoulders, keep your arms straight as well. Keep closing that Lotus. 2, 1, and lower down. Take a deep inhale, close your eyes, stay in Lotus if you feel comfortable. If not, you can release it. Come back to your breathing. And we're going to finish off with a twist to balance out a little bit the spine. We haven't moved that much on the upper body, and I feel like I need it. So inhale, lift your left arm up overhead, put it outside of the right knee, twist. If you have a wall, if you're lucky enough to have a wall at this distance like I have, use the wall to actually get deeper into the twist. Make sure your hips are square, you're twisting from your belly. Keep raising your chest high. Now go back to center. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Exhale, twist towards the left. Look at your left shoulder. You can use the block too. You can modify it as however you like. That's a beautiful thing about yoga. That's a beautiful thing about movement itself. And some people like to just put everything in a box, and nothing really is static. Nothing really, even if you're doing yin yoga, which is our static pose. Let me see if I can do this. I'm actually going to release the Lotus. You can come out of your Lotus if you want to. This is a time for you to meditate. You can, now that you open your hips, and if Lotus feels comfortable for you, you can take this time to meditate in your Lotus position. Once again, if you feel any pain, please, that means that you went way too deep, too fast. That means that you're overcompensating with your knee for a lack of hip mobility. Go back to this routine throughout the program, and you're gonna see progress as you move through the program. And this is not the only routine that is gonna open your outer hip. So you might not get the Lotus on this routine, you might get it on another routine that simply you're more open that day. And once again, you are open one day and you can be closed one day, both mentally and physically. Every single day, every single second is different. As I said, everything is movement, everything is always moving, the space is moving, all the particles in your body is moving. But now let's take the time to meditate and be still, which you're still going to be moving. You can stay in this position, close your eyes, be grateful for this practice, for being here. Accept whatever happened today. Accept any thought that you had, any little discomfort that you had, any mental blockages that we put on ourselves and we don't realize it sometimes. We're not aware of it. And yoga gives us the opportunity to actually watch that and not correct that, but accept it. So thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. I'll see you next time. Namaste.